Okay, I'm back. At least I think I'm back. I never really know with this thing. Um, so yesterday we did two things actually. Boy, I'm kind of getting a little too excited about Twitch. I need to slow it down. But what we started with was we built a Minesweeper type game. You can see it on the screen here. It's called Detonator Days. Um, and the reason that I wanted to do that is because I wanted to try coding with a copilot. In this case, I used ChatGPT, which I'm going to continue to use for a little while here, just to see how easy it is to make simple games with a friend. I'm not. I have some experience in coding, but I'm not very good. And if you watch this for more than 10 minutes, that'll become apparent pretty quick. So maybe this is inspiring. Maybe it means that you can code, but maybe even me. I don't know. But the real purpose for me is learning. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on in the world. Not learning how to code, but learning about this new world where we can use copilots to help us code. So I'm less organized as we go. In the beginning, I had a plan. Now I'm just kind of spiraling. And I thought what I would do this morning, because I had a little bit of time to escape, is just add some aesthetic around this game. So to review, we've built something fairly functional. It's what you would expect from a mine-sweeping type game. We click on squares, we discover things under them. We have numbers that give us hints as to where mines are. We can flag those mines. We can keep on discovering. And if we hit a mine, it's game over. I don't like this image, but it's, I mean, I feel like I'm probably stealing from a TV network or something there, but it came from Jiffy. It was what ChatGPT came up with. So reload. Oh, we got to restart the game. Right. So that was the other thing. So the first day we built the game. The second day, we built it so that it could be a multiplayer game. So this window here is showing you what's yeah. This is showing you what's running in the back end. So I have it dump a picture of the minefield to the console, and then there's some other information that pops up I'll talk about in a second. But I have to restart the back end to restart the game. So there we go. Done that. Reload. Um, So the second thing that we did yesterday when we were making this a front, like why would Minesweeper have a back end, right? Is we tried to make it a two-player game, and that actually worked pretty good. We're going to build on that a little bit today. Um, so, but in general, my goal here is just to fix the aesthetic of the game. I don't like the way the tiles look exactly. I'd like to clean that up a little bit. I do not like this player menu. I have not menu, but list of who the players are. Um, while I was offline, I used AI to generate some cool robot images. So we're going to use different colored robots to show which players are online. Um, I've drawn four robots, so there's a maximum of four players, but I'm not sure that there's any rules in the code that I don't know what'll happen if we get a fifth player because I didn't write the code, GPT did. But it's very good at knowing what I want, so maybe that's already handled. Who knows? Anyway, let's get started. The first thing, let's just clean up these tiles a little bit. Let's ask GPT if it remembers what we were doing. So, do you remember the Detonator Days game that we were working on? And can you help me to make it look better? Make sure we're on the same page. There you go. It's so polite. I love that. Okay, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. All right. So, so I want to make these tiles look better. So could we make the tiles look better? I'd like the vertical and horizontal lines between tiles to be the same. Um, I don't like that we've got this sort of white line here and black line here. So yeah, this should just be like a styling thing. Um, no, what? We have a tile.tsx, so that's a little weird. Let's see if we have a class name called tile in our front end. We probably do. Its name, container, grid. We actually don't have a class for it. Oh yeah, there we go, tile. Good. Okay, so we've already got that. Um, let's take a look. Tile revealed, and tile flagged. Let's see what we got here. Tile. Oh, we have a tile unrevealed in here. Oh, that's a little weird. Not the same as before. It's making weird assumptions. Okay, whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna blindly paste it in because that's what we do. Revealed. Get rid of that. Oh, dude, I think you're making a mess of it, but let's find out. Save that. Yeah, there's no difference. Oh, there is a difference. They made it worse. There's like a little white margin above there. Let's see if we can solve this one on our own. So let's look at tile. It's 32 by 32. Size, border right, border bottom. No, I'm a little unsure about why there's a white line there. So let's pose the, okay, you want me to update, let me, as we learned from last time, I don't follow instructions very good. So maybe I just need to read the instructions. So display grid, we got that. Grid template columns, we got that. We don't have this. Boop. Maybe that's the difference between our rows and columns. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, so I don't like this white line here. How do I? There is still a white line under each row. Why is that? Just ask the big questions, right? I'm styling to be one of the most difficult things. I don't know if it's that I just don't have a mind for it, or it's so complex. Like there's so many style rules that seem to, well, obviously they interact with each other, but there's just different ways of doing the same thing, it seems like, but with unpredictable results. I don't know. Either way, it just baffles me. Um, so remove text spacing altogether. I don't know what that's going to do. Let's try option one. So we're going to look at our little tile thing, and it says display flex. I think we got that. We have a line height. We don't. A line height and a, oh, the font size. Okay, well, I don't know. Let's add this line height line and see what happens. And we'll change the font size after if that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay. It said font size 0. I don't know what one rem is, right? Like, where are they coming up with this stuff? That doesn't make a difference either. I'm starting to wonder if this tile is even being referenced, but yeah, it is. Oh, is it being referenced down here? Oh no, that is where it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so then look at grid, make font size 0. Go back over here, find grid. Do you guys find this just maddening? I find this maddening. Font size 0 on the grid. This is the other thing with style sheets is you end up putting the same thing like font size in a million different places, some of which override each other. Yes, they are. Box sizing border box. Let's make sure that's being used. See, my confidence in our ability to solve this is really going down. And this is where I think this whole kind of, what was that supposed to be under tile? No, box sizing, it is. I don't know. I assume that experienced coders who are not using a Copilot would also spend a lot of time solving this kind of problem. I don't know that. I don't think that, like, on the one hand, the Copilot is a little bit helpful because it's giving me suggestions to solve this. On the other hand, it seems to fall down a lot here. Like, it doesn't add a lot more value beyond me just tweaking things randomly. And this is where I wonder, and hopefully we get here in sort of future conversations. This is why I wonder if using AI to generate a complete app is not going to work well because you're going to get something like this that works and it's a Minesweeper game, and then your client is going to say, I don't like the little white rows, and then you're going to spend 2 weeks like I am here trying to fix those little white lines. I'm curious. There's got to be a better way. Maybe we'll get there one day. For now, I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to paste the picture into GPT. And I'm going to say, look, it's still not working. And I'll paste the picture because sometimes it can actually make sense of pictures. It always thanks me for the pictures. So, that on its own is pretty good. Using gap recommended. Where do you see the word gap? Whatever. Grid and tile. There it is. Let's just copy it. Ooh, there's tile. Let's get rid of grid because we just put a new grid in. Let's look. Oh, that fixed it. Oh, kind of ugly though. Okay. Look, we've changed it. Now let's work from the new baseline. Let's show it our style sheet too. We're going to be working on the same thing. It should know what we're working on. Here is my updated style sheet. Please make a thick border around the grid and add some dimension to the tiles. And then don't forget to paste the code. I feel like this is going to put us right back where we were, but you never know. All right, so we've got an updated grid style. It's got more words in it, so it must be better. And we got tile and tile revealed are updated. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. That's almost looking like a copyright infringement. It's so good. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Um, maybe we should like change the color or something. Because this is giving me real flashbacks. Oh, no, I don't like Carlton. It was funny at first, but it's just a bit too much of it now. Okay. Um, maybe we make it like a darker. Could we make it a darker gray so that it has a gritty feel to it? Yeah. I warned you, today is about aesthetics. This is just me goofing around, trying to make, oh my goodness, okay. Trying to make it look better. I'm not going to add much to the functionality here. Tile revealed, tile flag, tile unrevealed, tile revealed line, boom. Put it all in there. What do we got? Oh yeah, so gritty. What does my map look like? I kind of like the dark mode. Okay, cool. So the next thing that I wanted to do was fix this whole player thing. So um, let's work on the section that shows which players are in the game. I'd like that section to be a 2x2 grid with red, blue on the top and green, yellow player on the bottom. I have pictures for each player. Redhead.jpg, bluehead.jpg, greenhead.jpg, and yellowhead.jpg. I don't know if they were JPG or JPEG, but that's something that I can fix on my own. Okay. Oh, perhaps we did not tell it what our code looked like, but perhaps it doesn't matter because we might be clever enough to paste this in because I think it made a whole section for this. So the sidebar, yeah, sidebar. Had this thing here. I didn't like that list anyway. Okay, so let's create some space. We're going to paste in what it suggests. Now, Only thing is, I want it to be hidden if the player isn't there. So how did we do that? We did this sort of map thing. Um, so the map is just going to create a list. It's going to count through the players and create a list. That's how it worked before. But now we've kind of got assigned spaces for these players. So I don't think looping through a list is going to make sense. We have to do an if player ID equals something, then display it. So in this logic, I want to check if player dot ID is null. Only show the image if it's not null. That's probably working within the microcosm of this little code snippet. Oh, don't give me choices, man. I'm not inside a map. Let's see. Hmm, let's start with something like this. So, hmm, first of all, I think I want the image under the word red. Second, I don't. Yeah, tab it out so I can see it. Yeah, player ID is not equal null. And I don't quite understand how that's going to work. I don't want to specify this. I just want this to be red. I'll leave that there for troubleshooting. Okay, so what am I doing here? If I guess I did that wrong because it's not if player ID isn't null, it's if player ID contains red. That's what I should have done. And what kind of type is player ID again? It's we better share that information. Player ID. Here, I'm going to say, this is my definition of player ID. I want to check if it contains red before I show the image. Oh, if that's going to be enough instruction or not. Yeah, okay. Nope, that's starting to look right. Okay, so let's go back down to this code that we were messing up. Player ID includes red, and do red head. Okay. I'm starting to believe that that might actually be a thing. So let's get rid of the green, the blue, the yellow, and put them in here. Blue, well, blue, green, green, yellow, yellow, yellow. Okay. And then let's get rid of all this stuff that we got rid of. I'll save it. Of course it dies on 225 because I have deleted too much stuff. Because that's all that had to go. Save it. Does it die? Still dies. What? Oh dear. See, now I've caused a problem, haven't I? These are the kinds of problems that I cause a lot that are hard to dig out of because I think I've got an extra div now, maybe. See, this is where if I had my tabs all done properly, it'd be really easy to see. Well, that kills it. I got the right number of divs. They're in the wrong place. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's just see if our friend GPT can solve it for us. Oh, what's with this code? Oh, there's no player object in scope. You're using player ID, but then trying to get player ID. Why doesn't it exist in that scope? Why are you telling me to use player ID? How do you really? No. Now I'm just typing things in when I think I'm searching. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. So it makes a good point. Player ID. Wait, it is player ID. Oh, it's this little thing that's dying. Okay, well, you know what? I didn't like it anyway. Let's just call it red. Because it generated that little bit of code before it had much context about what we were doing. And like a fool, I just copied it. But I'm going to redeem myself by removing it. Yeah, it's still not working. Didn't like it's not throwing an error, so that makes me think it's just I've put some divs in the wrong place. But let's ask GPT. Here's all of my code. Oh wait, it's probably throwing an error that we can find here. If we go into debug mode, right? How do I do that? Function. Player ID is not defined. No, no, that was correct. 184. Geez, GPT is good. 184. Player ID is not defined. Yeah. Well, but I'm pretty sure it was defined. Player ID. Maybe not. It's player.id. It is player.id. Um, players, players.id. It's gonna be players.color, right? Go back and look at our data structure again. It's gonna be players dot color. That's got to be it. Maybe. If this doesn't fix it, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Let's save it. And we can get an I don't know about this. Red, blue, green, yellow. I don't know about this. Those don't look like anything like I wanted it to look like. Okay, so we're seeing the alternate text, so it's not finding the image file. Maybe it's .jpeg. Let's just try that and see if that makes a difference. Oh, I'll bet the slash is a problem. Maybe not. No, okay, get rid of the slash. Oh, hang on, mute button. All right, something's broken here. Something's complete. This is messed up on so many levels. So it's showing all the players. It should only be showing the red player. It should be showing a picture. It's not. Um, so I'm just gonna dump all my problems on GPT like I normally do. Um, the side the sidebar isn't doing what I want. I'd like to show pictures of actual robots, but only when that player is active. For example, when the red player is the only player in the game, it should only show a red robot picture. Here is my code. Or problem. Player is an array of objects, not a single object. Yes, right. That makes sense. Replace this with players. I don't know. What does that do? Players dot. I've never heard dot sum. See, this is very clever stuff. This React does a lot of clever stuff. Okay, so I guess it's taking players, which is a list of objects, and asking if some of those objects have a color that's red. I think red was supposed to be capitalized, so we better fix that. Of course, I don't know that, but I think so, as I recall. Okay. I don't know why it was. Oh, it was the span. That's why we were seeing the word. So it wasn't even the alternate text. Okay, let's see. How's that go? Okay, well, that's a little better. That's a lot better. Okay, it's a broken link because I probably typed the image name wrong. So we're seeing the alternate text, but it is trying to draw the robot, which is what we want. It was probably just JPG. Let's try again. Yeah, there's my angry robot. Oh, love it. Okay. Um, okay. So we want this little red title. I don't even want the red title. I just want the red robot. And I want it to be a little smaller. And I want to put them in a grid. Okay. Maybe not a grid. I don't. Let's see. Okay. So uh, please create a style for the robot head images and set max width to 200 and set width to 200 pixels. See, this is what style they're for, so that you can change it once, right? I think player tile is a stupid name for it, but I'm not going to argue with the machine. Back into my style sheet, player tile, we'll put it at the bottom because we're doing some new stuff. There it is. And then back over to the app. Well, yeah. How do I reference that style for my image? Because I'm just like dumb. I know what's gonna happen. Oh, yeah, class name. That's what it is. Player tile red. That's cool. I don't know. Okay, whatever. No. Oh, it's already got the class name in there. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, it's smaller. I like that. Oh, and it's kind of rounded. All right. So let's get rid of these spans. I don't like the text. I just like the images. And then how do I want them to show up? Maybe vertically. And let's make it a little smaller. So I think it's doing vertical by default. Let's make them a little smaller. Let's make them 150. There we go. So now, oh yeah, now if we create a new instance, boop, boop, we should have a blue player, and we do. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so let's make a green player. Yeah, I don't have an image for green, maybe, or I spelled it wrong. And a yellow player. Those are broken links for some reason. green head and yellow because I called it JPEG. It's an easy fix. Yeah, okay. I like this, but I think I want them to actually be in a grid. So um, let, let's get help with that. Whoop, wrong screen. I'd like the the player images to be in a 2 by 2 grid instead of stacked on top of each other. Please help me fix this code. So it's gonna add, oh no, why are you doing this? Okay, you know what? Sure, this is why we need help. Like, I would not have known to even think that that was the way to do that. Keep, keep it as is. Are you kidding me? That's gonna work? That totally worked. That's amazing. I just have to change the width again. Shoot, what was our just width? Width, no, no, semicolon. No, no. We've done something bad. Why would it do that? What did we have before? Width 150, height auto, object fit, contain. Width 150, height auto, object fit, contain. I don't think I did that right. Object dash fit. How's that look? Grid, columns, gap, padding. Why is this not working? This should work. Let's go back and see how it was. I'm just hitting Control Z a lot in case you're wondering. Width 150, height auto, object fit, contain. I'm annoyed. This is like something I thought I could confidently do, and I can't even do this. Player tile. Oh, because this player tile image. That's why. How about that? Well, solve it either. All right, back to my Copilot. Please fix this. I want the images to be cross. There's like literally nothing I can do on my own. It's a good thing we have AI. Player dash tile dot image selector. Oh, I don't have an image. Oh, no. Player tile base image. Of course. There you go. Boy, how many of you watching are just cringing? There we go. All right. Hey, look, it was probably really hard to watch, but we got there. Um, Now I'm being a little bit perfectionist here, but I think it'd be great if the players were aligned with the bottom of the board, and I think maybe with a little less of a, let's put less padding around the, there we go. Okay. Okay. Here is my updated CSS. Please align the player grid with the bottom of the game board. So what's it going to change to do that? This is there's all these flex, box, align, link. Yeah, I knew it was going to be some flex thing. Currently, game layout aligns everything at the top. I didn't even know I had a game. No, there it is. Woo! Okay, so game layout, align items, stretch. This is gonna break something. I know this is gonna break something. Hasn't broken it yet. Okay, let's find sidebar. Min width, background color, padding, border radius. Okay, okay. You think maybe this is gonna do it? Oh, damn, it did work. Except the player text is up there. Okay, this is pretty good, but I don't want it to stretch to across all of the vertical space. I want player to be right above the images part way down the game board. And I'll tell you why later. I know that seems like a poor style decision, but no, okay, now it's saying position relative. I see it's these position relative line display. I don't understand what any of these things mean. Sidebar. There we go. Well, I got what I wanted. Except it's not quite touching the bottom. Why is that? Maybe it's a gap. No, like that. That's weird. It's not going right to the bottom. I don't want to be a complainer, but really like the bottom of that layer grid to exactly line up with the bottom of my game board grid. The game layout flex, flex start, gap 20, no change needed. Make sidebar fill the same vertical space as grid, and see, I don't want to do that. Set height on the game layout container bin. Honestly, I'm going to abandon this. I don't believe that I'm going to be any more successful than I already have been with this. Okay. Have I been on mute the whole time? No, I haven't. Okay, I gotta step away for just a moment. I'm gonna be right back. I'll leave that up there with these four angry robots staring into your soul. And when I come back, I'm not really sure what the next thing is to make this look cooler. I guess we could well, I'm not sure. We'll work on something. If you have any suggestions, throw them in the chat. I don't know if anyone's even watching anymore. I'll be back in 1 minute and we'll try something new. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com. All right. I don't know what that means. I am just not clever enough to figure that. Oh, I know. Hey, let's take Math GPT what it means. What does this mean? That's awesome. Advertising paid fake viewers. I could use some fake viewers. Yeah, sure. Okay. I don't know. Am I allowed to have fake viewers? I could use some fake viewers. I like a fake audience. Um, okay, so we've spent a, a bunch of time here basically to add some robot faces to the game. Um, I'm going to add one more thing here before we wrap today. I want to have a little area above the players where we have like a commentator who's going to add some commentary. We'll use the one of the robot heads as a placeholder. Um, and then I think we'll wrap it today. And then I got a neat idea for when I come in next. And no, I'm not scheduling these because I just have no idea what's going to happen next in my life. So you're going to have to put up with that. Okay, so new idea. Let's add a box above the robots inside of the sidebar for a commentator to add to this area should have a small image of a robot, say 100 pixels, and an area for a stream of text to be displayed. All right, so let's go back to our code. Boy, it feels like it's been a lifetime since we've looked at this. Here's our sidebar class, and it's saying to add a commentator box above the player grid. Well, that's pretty straightforward. And it's going to have a variable called commentary. Sure, let's add this commentary blurb up here. And I think that variable is going to get played with in the future. And then we'll add some style sheet stuff to make it all pretty. Style sheet's getting pretty long, but look, we're getting good at this, guys. We're just copying and pasting at an amazing rate. Animate commentary updates. No. Well, actually, yeah, that would be super cool. So helpful, right? Like I would never have thought of that, but when I read it, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so let's go back to our game. That didn't work. It's not doing anything. Did I not? I probably didn't save it. That seemed like it did something. There it is. Okay. Well, that messed up the alignment. Like, I don't know if GPT is confusing me or I'm confusing it. The align. Oh, I'm all cap. The alignment on sidebar is messed up. Let's just make it the full height of the player. The what do you call it? The board, game board, grid. Here's my CSS. Tell me what we got. And it's going to tell me to change those words that I don't understand, like relative and span and flex. See what we got. It almost was if it thinks the board has another thing under there. That's so weird. Okay. Let's put the that's pretty good. Please put the player images. Please stick the player images to the bottom and keep. No, maybe we just want to make the commentator bigger, which forces the players to the bottom. I don't know. Maybe it's just fine the way it is. I think the word players should be above the players, not the commentator. I don't even like the word commentator. There's got to be a better word than that. Commentator box. Where's the word commentator? Players. Take my word players. Put it here. And I'll bet the commentator box, I can just add like some commentator box. Can I add like margin to the box? Is it margin or is it padding? What would that do? Except maybe let's try typing random words into this. No, that's not what I want. I want space underneath it. God. Um, and I don't like it to not have a. I would like it to have a robot image until I can get a better. Let's call it a red head. So at least I got something in there. I want the players lower down. Okay. I'm losing it a bit here, guys. I'm losing it a bit. Please stick the player images on the bottom. Keep the common stuck to the top. Just paste our code back in. I'm a step away from getting exactly what I want. That's very optimistic. Very optimistic for a style sheet problem. I guarantee you this isn't going to fix it. I have no faith in this. Sidebar. If this works, I don't even know. Reminder, ensure that it's structured like this. Yeah, it probably is. Okay, let's just see what it did. Oh yeah, that worked pretty good. Now, why is it just a little bit bigger than the... Okay, whatever, we're gonna move the word players. Maybe maybe I've just put it in the wrong. Better share our code. Sidebar. Here is my sidebar HTML. I want the players header to be right above the players. Right now it's midway between the players and the commentary. Oh, I'm going to go on mute for 1 second here. All right, I got the 5-minute warning here, guys. We got to wrap this up. Sidebar. Boop. Let's just put that in. It's going to fix all my spacing for me. I'm, of course, going to put divs in the wrong place like I usually do and crash it. Might help. I'll put my divs in the wrong place. There we go. There we go. We did it. Now, the only thing that's bugging me now is that this is kind of going off the bottom, but whatever. Now, if we close this, we should be down to 3 players. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, 3 players. I don't know why that's a dot, but I don't hate it. Okay, okay. So let's just try to fix that thing where it goes off the bottom. One last thing. The sidebar seems to extend about 10 pixels beyond the bottom the bottom of the game board. Can we fix this? It's a question, so we end on a high note. This as padding the top and the bottom, making the true height. Oh, there are two options. Subtract padding from height. Oh, did we specify a specific height for the sidebar? Oh, we did. Oh, well, there you go. That is definitely. So I'll just take 20 off of that. Boom. All right. Hey guys, I think we got ourselves a little Minesweeper game. What color? What color is this? So this is green. I'm in the green window. I don't know why the other colors aren't showing. We might have a color troubleshooting thing there. Let's flip over to another window here. Oh, the greens work. Maybe it's just yellow that doesn't work. I don't know. That's a problem for another day. Flagging work. Players look cool. We got some angry robots. Um, all right, I'm going to stop now. The next thing that I would like to do, because the whole theme of this, we got started on this AI theme, and then I got really lost on the style sheet. But I want to bring it back to the AI theme, and I want to build a little commentator here. I've set up a commentator window. I would like him to um, leverage a connection to an LLM in the back end to analyze the game board and make silly comments as the players take their turn. So as you're playing, you'll see him say things like "Whoa, bad move" or "Oh, good move," that kind of thing. So we're gonna try hooking things up to an LLM next. Thanks for watching.